What's going on, gamers? We got a new patch today, finally, August 25th, and it looks like we got some big stuff to talk about here. Now, some of you might have already watched videos because I'm a little bit late here on this patch update, but what I'm going to do instead of just read you the patch notes is I'm actually going to go through everything and test everything out that's listed on these patch notes, talk about the things that still aren't fixed yet, and, just have a good time checking everything out. So let's go ahead and get into it. Be sure to the like button, consider subscribing if you're not, and let's check out this freaking update, dude. I'm stoked, actually. All right, so right off the bat, we're jumping back in here. I am going to be alt-tabbing to the patch notes, and we're just going to start from the top pretty much. So snail shells automatically despawn after 24 hours. So this is going to be one that we're going to have to check periodically. Right off the bat, I can feel the game actually feels pretty decent. We're sitting at 65 FPS, which has not changed for me personally. Since previously to this, but it might change at some point. I don't know. But first thing first, I'm going to check. Okay, so we got this one snail shell here. We will check back in this. It is right now, it is 7:56 a.m. So we'll come back and check and see if this snail shell is still here by the time that we get back. That one for sure I know is there. I know I got a few more somewhere else, but we'll just use that one as kind of a reference point just to get this thing started. All right, so next up on the list, they apparently added a creature reset option and a reset buggy option. So that would probably be under game repair. Yep, look at that. All right, so let's see here. I know for a fact that there's plenty of bugs underground. There used to be a snail underground right here. I don't really know how to test this without actually seeing something underground. Maybe I'll run around for a little bit and see. This guy seems to be unstuck, which is totally cool. Matter of fact, I wonder if I should probably try and kill him just to see. Can I shoot him in the eye, please? Dude, this aim assist is incredibly overpowered. All right, yep, okay. All right, go ahead and take him out, and we'll leave this one here as well. Oh, okay. Wait, what the heck? Wait, didn't I just hit him to like 1 health? What the heck? Maybe I waited too long or something? The game does feel better, like, already. All right, dude. There we go. Okay, he's dead now. All right, so we'll leave this snail shell here as well. See if it despawns. This will actually be huge so that I could actually not be afraid to farm my, snail gold cards, which is kind of, I literally haven't been killing snails at all, as you can see, simply for that very reason, because they wouldn't despawn. But I've only killed 3 babies and 7 garden snails. And okay, so this picture is still jacked up to all hell. I don't know what the heck's up with that, but all right, so next, actually, let's just go ahead and just hit these buttons just to see if anything happens. Fix bug locations. This will teleport spawn bugs back to their approximate starting spawn location. Use this if too many bugs are spawned under the terrain or are in odd locations. I don't know what that might have done, but sure. Okay. The other game repair option they added was your buggy. Send your buggy to the nest. So I'm assuming if I pull my buggy out here, that I will just be able to maybe use this game repair, send buggy to nest. Yep, he instantly teleported back, and yeah, we get our countdown to summon him back again. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Cool. All right, outside of optimization changes, it looks like they did get a 30% performance gain compared to the previous version, which is super nice, but like I said previously, it doesn't seem to have affected my performance at all. It still runs just as smooth as it did before, maybe just a little bit better. Crash fixes, obviously, for probably a lot of PC or a lot of Xbox people because they were experiencing some stuff. I did filter through the park chat inside of the Discord a second ago, and it looks to seem like people that are playing on Xbox are not crashing nearly as frequently, if at all. So that's super good. Let's see here. Various issues on the back end, not being able to log in your Microsoft account, yada. These don't really have much relevance here. All right, story and quest line. Players who complete the mixer before doing the Orc Receiver's quest will now have all the quests up to the wait there's more be auto-completed upon completion of the mixer. So I'm curious if I enable my markers here. Oh, okay, it does look like it auto completed that one quest that it returned to the office. Okay, I don't know what that's all about. Return to the office. I don't see anything. But okay, that one cave quest that was like over here that was telling me to complete or whatever, and I went there to complete it and there was nothing to complete or whatever after I killed the bugs. Yeah, it looks to be like that quest is finally like completed, so that's super good. Next on the list, resources will no longer spawn through player built structures. you'll have to chop down resources already grown through your base after the update, but after chopping it down, it should not return. So this is not an issue I had. I was told and under the impression that they were going to... Hold on, let me try and get this gold card right quick. I was told that they were going to be fixing the grass and stem respawn issues. But just a little bit of running around out there, it does not look like that has been fixed at all. No stem respawn still, so this is a major issue. Not 100% sure what's going on, but you know, I can't even further build my base right now just simply because none of the stems are respawning, none of the grass is respawning outside of the grass that you know, outside of the grass that I don't want to respawn right here. But if we go over here where the grass is supposed to be respawning
out here?
It still is not. So I'm not sure what that issue is. They had mentioned that it was fixed and pending the new patch update, but it still seems like it's not. So I don't know what's up with that. Kind of aggravating a little bit, but you know, it's whatever. It's whatever. I just hope that they can get it sorted out at some point, because I really can't progress my build any further right now until that gets sorted out. So, all right, next on the list, orc creatures will now remain stationed at their intended guard posts instead of roaming. Okay, I guess we had some roaming orc creature problems, which I don't think is an issue after you complete the mixer, since it disables all the orc creatures. Fiction issue where players were prompted to repurchase Pebblet Foundations. Let's go check that out and see if it's still in there or not. All right, so if you didn't know, you could repetitively buy the Pebblet Foundation upgrade like multiple times. And, oh, wait, it's in here? For the good of science, I'm going to go ahead and buy it and see if it stays in here or not. Okay, it does not. So it looks like you might have to buy it one more time, which really sucks. Actually, big time sucks, because that's, you know, that's science that I didn't want to spend and save up for other things. But hey, for the good of science, you just have to buy it one more time, and hopefully it doesn't come back after that. So there we go. There's that. Next, players should no longer spawn on top of the skybox. That's never happened to me, nor have I ever heard of that happening to anybody. So hopefully that's a good thing for whoever that might have happened to. Remove the unused torch UI from the buggy. Now, originally on the buggy, there was a option to be able to press V on keyboard and mouse to automatically pull out your torch.
Chauffeur.
And they removed that keybind,
is a metaphor for capitalism,
which I think is really stupid, because I personally don't want to have to hold down V and do this. I think it worked totally fine the way that it did work previously. But now, like, look, it doesn't even, like, I don't even know if my torch is out or not out, or I can't tell. Like, is it even out, dude? I don't even know. Doesn't look like he's pulling it out. Oh, it looks like he pulled it out there finally. Maybe? I don't even know. Yeah, so instead of removing the UI for the torch, I feel like they should have just put the freaking hotkey back so that we could use it the way that it worked in the first place. It doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, next we've got addressed multiple bugs related to losing equipment. I have heard many people, especially the Heatwave staff, apparently just disappearing out of people's inventory randomly. So that's good that that's fixed. The Mantis should no longer freeze mid-air during his jump attack. Let's go test this out. All right, so we're here with the Mantis right here. We're going to go ahead and shoot him, and let's see if he actually just jumps down on the first thing instead of, like, jumps and lands in the sky. Okay, cool. So he does actually jump all the way down now. That's good, actually. Yeah, so that was super obnoxious whenever he would just, like, jump and get hung in the sky. He does block still an awful lot, which is kind of weird. He does still block an awful lot. I think that's all he's done this whole time, except for the unblockable attack there. Oh, great, yeah. Get out of the giggle bushes. All right, so this is good. Okay. The fake out attacks. Okay. All right, nice. So that's working just as they said it was. So that's good to know. All right, fixed a bug where certain orc creature cards could not be retrieved after defeating them. Weird. I wonder if that means, like, you can't scan the body after you killed them. I don't really know what that's all about. I tend to scan the bodies before I kill them, but that's probably what that's on about. Various robotic voices from various teenagers. Never had that issue, but that's fixed. Nice. Rust will now display correctly instead of showing an invalid harvest node. So we can actually check this underneath the build here. All right, so right off this front balcony, we've got some nails down here that used to say that invalid code or whatever. All right, it does say rusty nail. Rusty nail. Okay, cool. Perfect. All right, so that's fixed. They fixed an issue where changing the Omni tool keybind in the settings does not update the UI prompt for the repair action. Okay, noted. Resolved the Omni tool and interact keybinds were conflicting with each other. Well, that's weird. Why would they be conflicting if they are actually the exact same thing? I would assume that they didn't change the Omni tool keybind, hopefully, because that would be obnoxious. I actually kind of got used to it now at this point.
Taste is a luxury you can afford.
Okay, yeah, still E for both. Still E for both. All right, so that's pretty much the end of the list, but let's talk about some things that we all know are broken issues and test them and see if they got fixed. Number one, will you still die if you fall from a high place and, like, your buggy gets stunned or whatever? So let's test that out, because I've been dying by this actually quite often. So we'll just go up here to the build and we'll just jump off and see if we die. Let's see if we die here. Just run right off the edge of this thing and see if this one's been fixed or not. Obviously shadow fixed. It's not in the patch notes. Oh,
God,
the game still freezes and I died. Okay, so that one still needs to be fixed. Please and thank you. I don't even see that. I don't even see that on the freaking fix it notes. All right, some other wide community known bugs are the fact that we cannot recycle anything on our buggy without getting extremely reduced resource return. So let's see what we get back here if I destroy this pallet. We get 1 dry grass and 3 crude rope. Let's do it again. We get 1 rock, 1 crude rope, 2 dry grass. Yeah, so that's still broken. So don't disassemble anything or recycle anything with that there. Let's see if they happen to add the...
You got it!
They happen to get rid of the long press recycle button. Or if we can just... Okay, come on, guy. Okay, the lag after we jump off our buggy is still a thing. Whatever that's all about. It makes me feel like I'm going to crash every time I get off the buggy. Kind of hope that was going to get fixed, because, yeah, look at that screen freeze there. It's super, super, super obnoxious. So let's see. So okay, we still have to hold X to recycle. Hopefully these types of things, guys, that I'm kind of showing off at the end of the video are eventually going to get fixed. I really freaking hope so. These are things that I do not see anywhere on the active, like, issue tracker.
I'm tired all the time.
Obviously, I personally have not submitted anything for it, but everything that I've submitted has not even arrived on that menu, so I kind of gave up submitting things, period, anyway. So I hope this is just common sense stuff that they'll hear amongst the community and, get them fixed and sorted. I'm trying to think of anything else that might still be broken. If there's still bugs that you guys encounter, leave them down in the comments below and let me know exactly how you're feeling about that. But yeah, I'm trying to think of something else here. Honestly, outside of things that just like have to do with the buggy, like you can't get gold cards while you're on the back of your buggy. That's an unattainable feature. So make sure if you're killing any creatures while you're hunting for gold cards, don't loot them with your buggy. As well as don't disassemble things with your buggy. Don't hop off your buggy. Don't do anything at all with your buggy because it's still broken. I'm gonna wait out a little bit longer just to see if these snail shells despawn, which it looks like.
Anything interesting out here?
It looks like they did. I'm actually curious if that happened, because it hasn't been 24 hours yet. I'm curious if that happened when I hit the respawn creatures thing. Oh, okay, it looks like we can't do that fixed bug location thing again. I wonder if it's only like once per save that you can do it, just kind of like the backpack recovery thing. Interesting that one's already despawned, but it did despawn. Sorry. Even if it did just get reset back to wherever the heck it was at previously. But either way, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video testing out these patch notes for the day. And very happy to get patch notes, don't get me wrong, but I do kind of wish, especially since we had to wait so long, that it was a little bit more and that my stims were fixed so that I could play the game. But unfortunately, I don't think that is a thing. So you guys be good, man, and I'll see you next time. Toodles.